Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here and welcome to another pre-market prep session. We're going to get ready for the trading day ahead, check out gap scanners, and just talk about some things. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, man, what a crazy move we have on the SPY here. Gapping up overnight off of Microsoft's good earnings report. Now yesterday I did mention in the pre-market video that we're probably going to have an inside bar day, which just want to take this moment to say, wow, look at that inside bar kind of day, perfect consolidation. Ended up getting a little piece of the move here on this fade, and then a little bit of this reversal yesterday, and then kind of caught a little bit of this move, and then where I really did well was playing this fade at the end of the day, where I ended up making about $343. Pretty good. I mean, pretty good. Now let's see, last 30 days we're now looking at 1278. All of this has just been SPY strategy. This has been me like narrowing really in, just focusing on that, maybe playing a couple of the gappers, but otherwise playing it pretty easy, just with this one thing. Now, what do I expect here? We're kind of here into this balance zone from a few days ago. Nothing has to happen, but if we're gonna spike, I'm looking at this point of control level here at 442 as an area of interest. Or I also am looking at this descending trend line from the overall structure here as something to pay attention to. Now we have the Fed FOMC, the meeting minutes come out today. And there's a lot of nervousness, whether Powell's going to be like more aggressive. I think the overall expectation is for more interest rate hikes faster, speed up the tapering process. And part of me wonders if, since the overall sentiment is so skittish and bearish, if that actually means we're more likely to have some kind of a rally coming out of the FOMC minutes, like maybe all Powell needs to do is stay the course. Like, we're going to stick to the plan. We got maximum employment under control. We got to get inflation under control. And that means we got to hike the rates. We're not going to do any more rate hikes. We're just going to follow the plan. I think if he does that, then that might be all that we need. That might be enough to get this rally going. Now, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to get some crazy movements into that report being released. Again, I have no bias either way. I just want to ride the momentum using this EMA cloud system, which right now reads bullish, right? We're above the 3550 EMA cloud, and we kind of have this structure forming outside of this consolidation. So we will see, wait out the first 10-20 minutes, let that trend define itself, then find a good spot to enter. Let's go ahead and look at some of the pre-market scanners, just to say that we did. XELA up 25%, 75 cents. You remember when XELA was like a couple of bucks? Like, man, that's just sad. That is just sad. I was gonna try and pull up the XELA daily chart. Look at this. I remember this area when XELA was doing this crazy nonsense, and then back here in November. My goodness. I'm leaving XELA alone, like, personally. Now this is a nice move, 41 cents to 60 cents and such, and it's probably, maybe it's getting ready for another pump. Maybe they're gonna do an offering. Like, this may be something to play. We'll go ahead and check that 1 hour chart just to get a little bit of a macro idea of what's going on here. It is over the 200 on the 1 hour, which is nice. You could take a long into some dips here, maybe if it takes 60 back. or something. But on the daily, like, okay, 80, like I would look at 82 cents as your point of resistance here. Boom. You know, that's probably where it would face a little bit of hesitation, which is right overhead, which means for me, I don't think the risk reward is that great, especially this high. Let's take a look at VCNX. This just overtook XELA on the gap scan. This is now hitting 132 from a low 115. Is there any kind of news on this? Positive data. Okay, so this is like another biotech thing, positive data from some study. All right, so this is going to spike. That's kind of cool. Let's take a look at what it's on the daily. 123 is at 35.50 on the daily. I'm just not so crazy about taking these when the daily chart is so bearish. But we did clear that 35.50 on the daily, so that's pretty interesting to see there. What's the next spot is that 135-ish, 148, 160. I just want to get an idea. 148. Okay, so this is the top of that band on the daily chart, and we couldn't really clear that, so that's pretty interesting to see. I guess you can keep an eye on this one. Let's take a look at XCUR. I don't want to spend too much time on these. 24 cents. This kind of gave up a lot of its spike here. The risk reward is all right, but I don't like that it's downtrending like this. We broke the 35.50. We're kind of catching a little bit of a bounce, but you know, I'd want to see this downtrend sort of broken here. Again, let's take a look at that daily chart. Resistance at 30 cents, resistance at 40 cents. Go back and look at where it popped up. Okay, so, you know, didn't even make it to the beginning of that zone. And B-Big up 19% here, hitting, what, 370s. Coming back around for another leg. Let's take a look at that 1 hour chart. This has been running recently, as you can see. I didn't really catch much of this play. I think I tried to grab this day, but I never really made that much money on B-Big here. 1 hour is over the 35.50. That's bullish. That's nice. Let's see. We could target this 416 point of control in the 1 hour. We could target 443. So, you know, maybe there's favorable risk reward there. Check out that daily chart. Back under the 35.50 though. 340s was that, right? And we're kind of over it. So you want to see us maintain over this range if this run is going to continue outside of pre-market. Anyway, we'll end it there. Again, for me, SPY, you know, this beautiful sort of setup here. That's all you really need, in my opinion. I'm just playing 1 or 2 contracts at a time, and it trades clean enough for me to do my thing and make a little bit of money. And why overcomplicate it, I guess, right? Now keep in mind there is this big supply zone here in the 450s. Just in case we see something ridiculous, this is going to be a nice area of overhead resistance. We'll check in on the Qs here too. Similar sort of setup. Kind of back into this, area. And I'll tell you, this is all happening on Microsoft. They posted earnings, great guidance. This thing is now nice reversal forming here, gapping up, really pushing. You want to see this maybe reclaim and hold over 300. We got a big area here though, 300 to 312, that needs to get washed through. I think there's a lot of trapped inventory up here that it's going to need to fight its way out of. So don't get too crazy, too excited. Even though the guidance was great, we also got 200 EMA here as resistance on that 1 hour. I'm just trying to keep things in perspective, you know, Microsoft. But that does speak well for the overall market. Like if Microsoft tanked despite having those earnings be good, that was gonna set a major tone. I mean, and all of a sudden you're gonna see Apple and Tesla be susceptible to the sort of like post earnings gap down. Same with Amazon. But no, and their guidance was really great on the conference call. I think it was maybe kind of smart for them to wait until the conference call to do that guidance. I wonder if that's going to be something that you see other companies do as well. Goes to show you too the danger of swinging any positions overnight. If you were getting puts at high a day, and you thought you were gonna win big, and joke's on you now. This thing is pushing up into this next resistance zone, breaking out like. Just got to be so safe, so careful up here in this market. Crazy times, volatility still relatively high. VIX hitting a support level right now in this 28-29 area. You're gonna want to see this little pocket break down if you're looking for continued upside, or you're gonna want to see it break back out over this line for more pain, right? We can see that we have now a pretty nice downtrend line here, which we can use to make a little bit of a flag. And this does look a little bit more bearish, clocking a lower low here in the pre. So we will keep that sort of in our minds here. I think what I'll do is make this a bit of a shaded rectangle. Sometimes support and resistance on these things, it isn't so much it isn't so much a hard line as it is more of a zone. So kind of keep an eye on this, right? And we topped out here, we bottomed here, so this is like a whole little zone that's in play, which looks like we're going to break down from. And in which case, if we do, keep an eye on that 26-25 zone here. For some sort of bounce. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out with me for this pre-market prep session. Again, my focus is going to be on the SPY. I'll let you know how things go later. Good luck, everyone. Stay safe out there. Remember, don't take candy from strange market makers. If you got value out of this video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing and let me know in the comments down below what other types of content you want to see from this channel. I'm Aubrey Trades. See you in the next one.